there we go. Traditional draft of Kaldheim after the 5 wins day 2 of the Arena Open. There's no need for me to farm best of 1 anymore, so we are to play best of 3. Good. One that's familiar to me. A mythic in the rare slot that I'm not a big fan of. Same time, this whole pack is pretty mediocre. I could see picking Rootless Jew because I like being into green, having a couple of 6/6s. Whenever you cast an instant, Velvet Target. Run amok? Play this in like red. Hey mate, yeah, you're right in time actually. Hello. Bastard Target of Fright. Insane uncommon to pass up on that. I think that's the pick. Are the best card in the pack. Like to play with it. Ooh. I might pick this up and try to draft elves. I haven't been able to draft an actual elf deck. Also see how Shadow works nicely. See how Disciple works nicely with Turgid. I think I'll take this rare and try to draft an elf deck. Let's together. Black green duel, not bad, not bad. Fits nicely with Herald Unites the Elf. Fixes the mana base nicely. Quite some red in this pack left. X-Card Cavalry. I think I'll take the land here. Gatewalker, Elf, but land for now. Helm. It's a good black card. Like to play. Other great cards in the pack are Squash. Seeker is definitely not bad. But Draugr fits the Tergrid. Fits the black green deck that I'm trying to build. So I'll get the Helm here. Be happy with it. Okay. That's spicy. So Disciple is not only an elf, it also works nicely with the grid. So I might try that out just to have some fun with the Disciple. I think Masked Vandal is a better card overall. We're both elves and I think it's fun to try to grid here. You take the better card or take the Disciple? Disciple and have fun. Other Helm is pretty spicy. There's also a Carful Kennel Master, which I do not mind, but another 5-drop. I think if I pick a 5-drop here, I'd rather have Helm. Yeah, Disciple is definitely not bad. I think Vandal is just a great card. Interesting. Very late Rise of the Dreadmarn. I don't mind Rise of the Dreadmarn at all. Nice. There's also a Lindworm. Be a nice pickup, but I'll take the rare here. Again, trying to have a bit of fun. Playing rares is on the short list of fun things to do. Did you play in the open to Jordan? How do I pronounce your name, by the way? Like, is it Jordan, as in Michael? Okay, so far, pretty sweet. A couple of black cards. The nice black green rare. Roll pretty decent. Berserker is sweet, especially if I can get some 1/1 counters going. Herald puts a +1/+1 counter on each elf, so Berserker is good at that. Also incentivizes me to play equipment. Well, I already have 2 helms. Might pick up one of the Raven Wings or the pick. Yeah, guess it's the elf. Elf. Sentinel is an elf. Helps me to get to my 5 drops earlier, which is nice. It's Jasper here for me. I'm very low on Infernal Pets, to be honest. I'm very low on Wither Crown. Recluse is simply not an elf. I'll take the Jasper. Harrow. Elderfang Disciple number 2. Another elf. And now, given the fact that we have the Disciples, might pick up a Village Rites. Raise the Draugr, also pretty sweet. Roots of Wisdom, also pretty sweet. All of these 3 cards have a role in this deck. I'll start off with Raise the Draugr and I'll go from there. Pick up the Village Rites here. Don't mind me. There. Duskwielder is an elf, but if I have to play this, then some things are not going well. Maskwood Nexus is a sweet card. Not only is everything an elf at that point on, it also creates elves. It's either Nexus or Packmate. And I'm not sure what it is. Nexus is a very nice late game. Stabilize and both top decking and you're the one making a 2 every turn. That's pretty neat. Herald is also putting a 1/1 on each of those changelings. Most though, Packmate is so good. This one. The rare value. What is this? 1 mana of any color. That's just bad. We're playing that. And pretty big on Shadow Sage though. Not only is it an elf, but all my creatures are elves. Yeah, sort by rarity. Not only are all my yeah, I think I like Shadow Sage over Sculptor, over the Forest. Isika is not an elf. God. Does something with legendary creatures. I only have 1 off. Vigilance, add 1 mana of any color. It's just Shadow Sage here. It is a mythic though. I was picking by rarity. No, the Shadow Sage is just very good in the deck. Okay, see there's another Jasper Sentinel. Not a pick here, I think. There's also a Turgid Shadow. Shadow could be playable. Not only does it pair nicely with Turgid itself, but the fact that I have the elves card, I think. The fact that I have Rise to Dreadmorn makes this a pretty nice card. Like if we both sack 2 token creatures and I can Rise to Dreadmorn after. Yeah, that seems great, right? Like that. Other black-green double land. I do agree that Firja is the best card in the pack. I think I just want to try to play elves. Like I'm so mono black that I could consider picking the Firja here. And maybe play like mono black, splash a bit of white, splash a bit of. But the land just really helps my mana base, right? This is a close one, I think. And I think honestly it's Firja, but I'm feeling a bit of Woodland Chasm-ish here. This is a close one though. I think it's Firja. I think it shame to not pick Firja there. Raven Wings pairs nicely with her. It's the one equipment that I wanted. Pairs nicely with equipment in general. There's also a mentor playable. Well, okay. We are splashing white. So many 5-drops though. I definitely have to look at that. Another Shadow Sage. Get rewarded. Very nice. Okay, so the end of my curve is kind of fixed. Game plays. This is not bad. I'm gonna draw a card. Rather not play it. It's a drop that helps me stabilize. 21 in the deck, of which one is a land, so got some playables here. Pick up the Jasper. It's a 1-drop, so it plays really nice with the Firja. Helps me double spell. Also helps me make white. Overall, great card. Curate is a fine card. Really not playing it, given the fact that I already have 4 drops. It's definitely a playable. So is Broken Wings. Both of these are nice sideboard cards. Both Broken Wings, Skull Raid are very nice cards to have inside. Red Rider, maybe. Okay, let's have a look. We have here another god, and a pretty nice one. Toralf, God of Fury. Don't think I can pick up the Toralf here. I think it's either the Blizzard Brawl, Dotsky Berserker, or the Dead Knell Berserker. I heard a lot of crap about the Blotsky Berserker, but I think in this deck it might actually be a decent card. I got some of this double spell team going on. Yeah, I'll pick it just for that. Feed is not bad. Kinda low on removal so far. Especially targeted removal, so I kinda like the feed. Also a Glade Walker. There are 2 black-red lands. If it was a black-green or a black-white land, I would have taken it. Okay, Sculptor is not doing a lot right now. I only have 1 no land, so that's very useful. There is a Coma's Faithful, which helps me stabilize nicely. There's also Demonic Gifts, plays very nicely. Dead Knell Berserker and the Disciples. Something to consider. Also a removal in the form of Way Down. Towards the Elf. My late game is pretty good. The double Helm, double Firja. So I think it's up to me to stay alive, and I think Coma's Faithful might help with that. Vengeful Reaper is a nice card, but I'm probably not playing it. I don't need a 5-drop anymore. I'll take the pick. I think the pick is better than the Raven Wings in this deck. Not only does it help me with and the White Splash, it's also easier to equip. Swella is a good card though, but no way I'm splashing Swella here. Either it's Goldfine pick over the Wings. That's it. Another Shadow Sage. Real. Also a Mass Vandal though, so either I go 3 Shadow Sages And I'm basically a Shadow Sage burn deck. Where I get the Vandal in. I have some artifact destruction and another 2 drop. That's an elf. I think I like that better. I think 2 Shadow Sages with Razor Draugr is pretty neat already. 26 cards, so I already need to cut 2. Pick up the Snowland here. Anything else that I'm going to play, so I can either pick the rare for the gems or the Snowland. I don't need the Snowland though, so I'll just pick up the rare. Gems. Battle for Scamfar is sweet. There's also a Dead Knell Berserker. It's one of the 2. I think it's Struggle given the low amount of removal that I currently have. Yeah, I like Struggle. It's also turn to play. Another Helm. Kit in me. Already making cuts. They give me Draugur's Helm, but bad enough. Remove. So many playables. Okay, at least the lane was open, right? Lane was open. Pretty clear that black is open. I think I'm the only black drafter at the table. Simply unlucky that only one black rare was open. Black coming around. Might pick up the Outrider. I'll ever play it though. But it is an elf. Is an elf. Not sure about that. There were probably better cards there. Taken is not bad. Sentinel. Okay. Couple of cuts. I think if I decide on a game plan, I could definitely cut green. If I cut green, it's out on the struggle, and I miss out on the Unites the Elves. Mono black spell deck. 70. This is a kind of a black control deck, honestly. Honestly, you just play like mono black, like black flashing 2 us. Kinda like that. I think the Goldvein pick is helping me to be able to double spell with Firja later on. Play Firja out early. Honestly, don't mind this deck. Pretty sweet. The only thing I'm missing is Foretell cards, but I do have a lot of turn 2 plays. 1, 5, 6 things I want to return to. 7 with the raise the draw. Likely that I have something to do. I cut. Right. It's the gifts. That's just fancy. I think it's. How many ways do I have to make this? I got the pick, the helms, but the helms is very late. Basically, it's just a pick. Less of a good card. Might want to splash this. Cutting then if I'm splashing this. Splash that pretty easy. They want extra attack maybe. 10 black, 4 white for Firja, 3 green. And I'm playing 11 black sources. That's pretty big to fix. I think this mana base is fine. I think I'm going down a land and just always play on the draw. I think that's the plan here. I'll be playing 16, just choosing draw. My deck kinda wants draw. Not an aggressive deck. I like to trade off. I don't mind the extra card because I get to 5 mana pretty. Turgid Shadow is great on the draw. Disciple is great on the draw because start off with resources. Discarding a card is even. I think this is the deck. I gotta run to my daughter quickly. I hear she's awake. If you have any comments regarding the current build and the game plan that we're trying to enact, let me know. I'll be right back. I'm back. So remember, I want to be on the draw. Very slow hand. Spells and lands, so keep it. Quite some stuff to do. So definitely see myself getting aggroed out here. Drop. Very sweet draw. Not the best against the shield mate because it will be behind the 1-1. It's a lot better than what I was doing before I drew this. Could see myself play out the Draugr Helm, turn 3. Because I have a 4 and 2 5s. Definitely see myself playing out the Helm now. Has a quip 4 though, so I don't think it's worth it. I think I'll just end the turn. Then turn 4 we're probably shadowing. Yeah, so definitely shadowing now. So opponent, their attackers think. We are definitely behind here. I mean, don't get me wrong. If this is a counter spell of any sort, have a now the 1-1 is not attacking me, so that's the reason that I did this. So now I only took damage. Okay, go. Opponent gain 5. Not a bad thing for us. Mind. Turn opponent has some extra mana, and then opponent turn a spell card to hand, which now the. I think I'll just open with the Firja. Maybe I can double spell next turn and already start. I can have some value off of it. Also a life linker, so it's 5. So yeah, Firja it is. Next turn could be Berserker, Pick, Whip. Not only is that 2 spells for draw, but it also gives me a number. Opponent missing out on a Snowland right now, so Avalanche Caller is just your average 1-3. A lot of opponents, that is. Better for me. Okay, exile target artifact. They may put a permanent card from their hand onto the battlefield. Okay, so I think I'm just going for the 5 mana play here, playing the turn grid out. 4-5 menace, it blocks nicely against what my opponent. I'll get the god out, and the opponent is okay. Just a pick, nothing. This is sweet. So whenever an opponent sacrifices a non-permanent or discards a permanent card, you may put a card from a graveyard onto the battlefield. So this is basically a play then. That is sweet. I like that. Play the disciple. Opponent probably discarding a land here, which would be awesome because then I can go Nexus even. That land that I'm getting. Wow, sure, I'll put that in the put that on the battlefield. Or yes, yes, please. Can I sign? Getting in for 5 and give pressure. That's my green source for now, so that's why I'm not. Opponent sacrifices a permanent. Yes, please. I have a Fortel Guard in the grave, so nice draw one. I don't mind. It could have been a lot worse for opponent, but I wasn't aware that Saga sacrificing worked with Turgrid this way. That was awesome. It's the first time for me. That was time. Okay, opponent draws 2, which is fine. So up to now I only played the Lantern, and I felt the Lantern was very strong. Now this is a Fortel. That's freaking epic. Okay. Attack with a 5/6. Wrong there. See myself playing the Helm, another big creature. I mean, opponent is blue-white. This for me, and they'll create a shapeshifter. Not sure yet. Not definitely see creating a shapeshifter. Hey, a snowland. So opponent is now in Bounding Golding Nexus. Fine, right? Do I have any? Make 1/2 shapeshifter token. Is an elf. Later. Fine to do. Yep. I'm pretty sure I'm getting more treasures from the third grid having menace. At least one. I can definitely use that. I would sack the 1/1 and then I'll get the color in play. Opponent, yeah, so then I get a free color. That's the play. Go. Sure. Sacrifice these two. Get the color in play. I'll attack for a lot. And I'll make some too. Opponent seems dead to me. Maybe given the filler, given the pick. Given the pillar alone, I would like to play Vandal. See myself playing the Vandal here. Bit of the rights. Get rid of the rights, play the Vandal. That gives me 2 green spells. Sources still enough. It is a late game play. 3/3 is still fine given the pick. Kinda like this. What else was there? Damn it. Thing. 8. Opponent is Samelin, by the way. That's a fellow streamer. Fellow streamer. To watch back that. Okay, this. Hello, Tokyo Zeno. Welcome, welcome. Fortunate hand. I mean, I'm on the play. There's definitely a possibility that I'm drawing a land here. It's too risky. Take a mulligan. And probably bin one swamp. I'm on the... like this. Opponent went down to 6. Oh, hello, you started last week. That is awesome. Welcome. Welcome to the community. I think I started playing 3 years ago. So, there are a lot of people around that played a lot longer than I did, but yeah, I started like 3 years ago. So I'm pretty I think most Magic players would still call me new to the game. Yeah. Whoa, a week? That is awesome. How do you like it thus far? Enjoying yourself? And do you play on arena? Per limited like I'm playing, so where you draft or play sealed, or do you like it better when you can construct your deck beforehand? Okay, okay, fine. It's a sideboard card that's doing some work here, for sure. Samalin obviously noted that I'm missing land drops. So, oh, okay, that's awesome. Okay, Samalin is recovering, so my opponent is a fellow streamer. I got him on. Okay, I'm a bit unfortunate here. Luckily, I can keep solving 2 drops, which at least gives me a chance in this game. But oh yeah, that is awesome. Winning your first game is a sweet experience. Um, what does this do? Mill 3 cards. You may put Elf or Tyvar card from your graveyard onto the battlefield. So that requires Elf. Yeah, so this is limited. So what I did, I drafted my deck. So that means that together with 7 other people, I entered an event which is called a draft. That is sweet. Uh, yeah, so it's called a draft, and what you do is you pass a pack around, and each time you draw a card from a pack, and you pass it to your neighbor, and that way I drew what is a draft pot, like 40 or 50 cards. From those cards you build a deck. That's how I got this deck. Bit unfortunate right now. I had 2 lands in my opener. A few lands after that. I would really like a land right now. Let's say there's a land. Okay, that is sweet. Play Heralds Unite the Elf. I hope my opponent does not have a counter spell. Okay. Cards. I can do either a Elderfang Disciple, and then my opponent discards a card. I do the Vandal, and I kill the Bounding Gold. I think it's the Vandal Bounding Gold. Vandal. Close. Very close. Oh, Mono Red aggro is very... Yeah, I started with that as well. Not only is Mono Red aggro very good right now, but yeah, it's also cheap to build and... Okay. I attack here. I don't. If I attack, I'm basically saying I can attack with 1. Yeah. Okay. opponent drawing 2 extra cards. So opponent started the game with very few resources and now has a ton of cards in hand, a ton of cards to play. Blocking here. Yep. Okay. Now I go Shadow Sage into Shadow Sage. Gain life. Attack. Now I got 3 elves that can attack. Kill the Raven basically by attacking. Very sweet. Okay, we're bounding gold another target. That was a misplay. Opponent should have played the Oracle first. No, no, go ahead. I won't be able to look at it right now, but you can definitely show me my deck. Have to think for a sec though, so I'm definitely playing this land. Now the question becomes, do I play the Firja out? Like if I double attack, kill the Oracle. Okay, so 4 shock, 3 skull crack, 4 lightning bolt. Aggressive. Oh, Harrow. Sure, I'll put another one on the base. I think I'm winning this game. As Menace. Definitely start attacking with my double block. Let out take damage. Yeah, so both your decks look very aggressive. Mono red indeed. That sweet. Elves right now. 5 with Yeah, so based on the text, I can of course not um yeah fully understand what your deck is trying to do, but it looks like very aggressive mono red decks, and yeah, as I said, I played those too when I first started Magic. They're cheap to build, they're rather easy to navigate, so yeah, can definitely see why you are playing those. Killing the fire here. I think I'll just pass the. Yeah, I think I'll double spell. Yeah, that's and okay. That's a 4/4 that is gaining some life. It has lifelink now. Attack me. Also a sweet draw because the attacker. Okay.
So we're gonna go handle that and grab a drink and maybe some chips. Then we'll play the rest of this out. I'll be right back with y'all.
I joined Semlin's chat for a sec. Interested to see what he has to say about our games. So I won't be starting a new one for a sec.
GG's, Kirsten. I mean, that one came down to opponent could big brain us. I just had to go pee, man. I got a couple chips too. But that one came down to just understanding how a matchup works when one player is mana screwed and one player is severely mana flooded. Your window to beat them is to kill them before they hit probably land 4 in this format. And if you don't, you're going to lose. Like, again, going back to the double block, if the creature didn't have lifelink, we don't make that double block. But we're not racing the Firja, right? So, like, there's some things you can control, some things you can't. I wouldn't worry too much about the things you can't. I would enjoy chips and a diet ginger ale, a Stream Raiders battle, and then seeing if we can get a 2-1 out of this pile. Yeah, that hurt a lot. Out of Wit to Kills, Silence with the assists, rewards for Wizards, Guy, Blue, and Snus. I mean, it happens. And good luck to you, Kirsten. All right, let's get in here and see if we can get our 2-1.
So, let's play another one. Let's hope we don't meet Semolin again. Were you able to hear Semolin? Sure whether I did that correctly, but let's see. Well, so again, our deck wants to draw. We only play 16 lands. Okay. Again, a 1-lander. Even with 16 lands, that's mulligan 6. Might Helm on the is a 5-drop, and we already have an equip. I also see putting the Shadow Sage on the bottom. I can also bottom a land, but that's... Can I safely bottom a land? I think I do. As we saw last matchup, I'm fine with being slower. I would still mind if I don't have a third land on turn 3, but I mean I have 3 draws to get a land. And after that I can start big anyhow, so... Okay, opponent with the Clarion Spirit, so opponent going wide pretty soonish probably. Coma's Fateful, not the most ideal card. Given that it only has 1 toughness. Take 2 here. Opponent double spelling. Might be. We have Jasper or something, opponent? No Jasper? Okay. I think I'm playing the Disciple, equipping the Blood, the Gold Fig here. Not only does that give me a 2/2 blocker, I can block the Spirit. It also makes opponent less likely to be able to double spell next turn. Yeah, getting rid of opponent's resources is very useful here, I think. Equip pick and passing a turn. Okay. So opponent probably passing here, I assume. Yeah. This is tapping a creature, right? So I think I'll go Shadow Sage. Simply because it's a better blocker against what opponent is doing. So opponent is then most likely tapping the Shadow Sage, allowing me to trade with the Disciple for either the Spirit or the Fallen. And I think I'm going to gain life here because opponent is definitely aggressive and all the life. Opponent having a hard time double spelling given the few amount of resources. Opponent discarded a secret favorite, which is insane. That is an insane discard to me. That is very interesting. Maybe opponent didn't have the second planes. Discard that. Because that is a strong card. I mean, don't mind me. That's a strong card. Okay, there we go. Opponent probably tapping down the Shadow Sage. Yep, as expected. So offering me the option to either trade with the Spirit or the Fallen here. The Fallen is probably going to create more creatures right now, but those of the Spirit are flyers. I think I'll trade with Spirit. Hopefully it doesn't have a spell. Opponent seems to be forget to boast. Although opponent can still do that second main, right? Okay, opponent decides to not boast. I must say I'm surprised by that. I think I'm going Helm. It's a nice blocker. I can also see myself going Fateful. It's just not... and Helm also gives me a menace creature, which allows me to attack with the Kaldheim pick if I ever need. Also Helm on Fateful is strong. Okay, that is rough. Opponent has 6 lands out right now. Opponent is going to make a lot of trolls. Wow, that is unfortunate. Yeah, I can't do shit about that. Very unfortunate. I'll go and so target land from a graveyard, so that's going to be my 4. Stay back for now. Can probably attack safely. Then when opponent taps down my Shadow Sage, I can block the champion with Fateful. It's time to attack. Wow, the going to have so many 4. Currently it's 3. And opponent just drew a land that might even become 4. I'm also getting a little punished for killing the Spirit and not the Fallen. At this point in time, the Spirit wouldn't have any value anymore. Fallen is still able to kill. Opponent not attacking with the Valkyrie. It's insane to me. I'm very happy with the land here. Basically means 1 less troll, but that still makes 2 trolls, but not out of this. Okay. Very surprised opponent is not attacking. But now block with the champion and the Valkyrie, so the Helm is no longer a attack. Not attacking here. I'll try to stabilize. I have a rough time stabilizing against the troll. Ooh, phew, jeez. Okay, that is a ton of value. That is a ton of value. Can't do anything. I think I'm going to raise the Draugr here to get the Disciple back. Yeah, so I think I'll attack with the Fateful. Let me see. Yeah, I'll just attack with the Fateful. Gain 3 life. Okay, opponent is afraid to block with a for giving me a free 2-1. Now I need elf. They are all due to playing a white 2 and getting the full value here. Playing the disciple to get rid of the saga here. Because holy shit, if that thing would come down, that would be savage. Currently my zombie berserker is trading off with the 4-force. Opponent attacks with the champion, taps down the 4 with a 3-6 blocker. At that point I'm probably blocking the champion and jumping here. So opponent would deal 8, 9, 10, 11 damage. And then I'm just dead on the crackback from the Valkyrie. Ik denk het. Kamer denk ik. Slaapkamer op nachtkastje. Yeah, so I started re-equipping the pick on the Valkyrie. Unfortunate that we get ran over by the one fire here. I think we played it very well, making the out of hand, but yeah, so the full tapping down. Okay, tapping down the Shadow Sage. That is interesting. So now I take 11. Yeah, there's no way we're winning. I'm trying. Okay. If I re-equip this here, I cannot play Pies again. Yeah, opponent is just going to hit with the flyer here, right? Probably. Yeah, well played by opponent. Seeing that line, seeing that attacking over the ground would have gained me life, so attacking with the fire. Definitely. So when it comes to flyers, I have my own 2 Firjas. That is basically. I think given the fact that opponent is very aggressive, I want to be on the play, so I'm going to play an extra land. 60. I'm going to play another green source. A couple of. I like the Vandal. Sure. Vandal, I want to struggle. Probably want to. What are we cutting then? Rise of the Dreadmorn? Maybe I am. Rise of the Dreadmorn. Need to cut 2 more cards. Great Shadow is not that good on play, so got it. I like everything. I'll cut the Village Rights. Like this. Kinda like this, so I have Firja and the Broken Wings as anti-air basically. Progress also 12 flyers. I like this, I got 5 green cards. Definitely do. Start on the play this time. Try to prevent that from happening. Ooh, fortunate hand, people. 3 5-drops. 2-drop that isn't useful. Serpent. Ouch. And only 2 lands. Not a good hand. Not a good hand. I mean, there are definitely draws that make me get there, but okay, very similar hand. I'll get rid of the 5-drop. Unfortunate. The second hand was as bad as the first hand, so not not a big improvement there, unfortunately. Okay. Looks like this is my first play, the Shadow Sage. And I'm also missing out on green. Ah, fortunately. Any play there, but oh man, not drawing the land there is savage. Like that was the also not a playable card. Like it could have been anything playable. Oh, fortunate. Happens. Happened during open once to me over 2 days, which is awesome. 9 9 best of 1 games, then 7 best of. I had 1 game where I probably yeah, how do you got it? Okay. Ow. So the 4-1 is allowed to get back in once again. Well, at least I'll be able to hit back with the Faithful. Gain 3 life back, but oh man. I'm so far behind. Even though opponents stumbled and play a lot. Right, so I find please give me a land. I'll feed the serpent. No land. Wow, this is oh. Wow, opponent playing Revitalize. Ugh. Opponent spreading out the counters very nice. Like okay, opponent emptying the hand here. In attacking me for 9. We have to block here. Okay, there's 3 land. Jump here. Nothing else I can do. Oh jeez. Okay, I'm not going to game. Getting exiled and that. Okay, so no trophy this draft. Sometimes that happens. Sometimes you have one of those games. Game 1 stumbled game 1 as well, right? So stumble game. That's happens. So I'll go on the draw again. And this is a fine hand. I can play. So opponent is on the play and mulligans. So it's even for when being play twice. So of course you can say now like, oh, you played a lot this game and now you're getting a game based match and now you're don't want 3 games. I just want to play 3 matches of Magic, right? I wanna be able to trophy it and to draft. It's hey, that's okay. So opponent stumbled, laying out the spells nicely. There's no way I'm attacking here. Wait for the one. So yeah, again, I don't need 3 games, 3 matches. I rather Magic against my opponent. My opponent is going off. Okay, so here I'm at least attacking with. Not sure about the Battlefield Raptor attack. What else is it? Whenever you target of a spell. So yeah, I'm definitely attacking with the Fateful Knife here. If I'm Shadow Sage, I might as well do it now. Gain the life. And then I'll attack with Fateful. Not taking a trade. I deal 2, gain 2. Nice army of fires. Okay, so I'm drawing a lot of black sources here. Not attacking with the Fateful here. I basically have no attacks due to the artifact. And pass. That it. So exile the definitely self-exiling the that way making sure opponent is not given the amount of resources my opponent has. Exiling a spirit does not sound bad. Like if my opponent is able to double spell next turn, that would be quite bad. Extra 1 will definitely hurt. Yes, I'll pay 1 extra here. Opponent could have a hexproof. Okay, got that out of the way. I could attack with Shadow Sage. That way I deal. No reason to hold back. And I'm not trading it up. I'm dealing. If I attack with the bird, then I'm trading it off against the spirit. Attack with the Shadow Sage. Opponent 1 damage. No reason to hold back. Ah, get every damage in. Again, right? Okay. Bounding gold. So 5, 6. I think I'm holding here. Because this is 7. And I have the 7th land. I'm holding here. Hold Firja. There's no need right now. I'm not under any pressure. I'm not racing. All the cards I can get basically. Okay, opponent getting in with a out. Double spell. Card. Interesting, interesting. Player sacrifices two. Not very impressive on the side, but I'm basically only stacking one bounding goal. I know. Gotta say, the other option is allows me to double spell, keeping up the double spell. Yeah, I like that. It also gives me a that touch block braggart. Definitely the 3 penny attack. 3 plus 2 is 5, so this enables a double block. So that enables draw, drawing off the root. Extra cards next turn. The next card. Okay, so this is going to be. Question is, can I deal more? I kinda can. I can with the Fateful. At that point, I'm so open to whatever trick opponent has. Uh, that's laid out the root. Oh, nice block records. Again, I attacks here. Of course, attack with the Firja and gain 1. Also pretending damage through the. I'll just back for now. Braggart. I think this is the double strike thing. Honestly, not. This can be a couple of things. It means combat tricks. So much is clear. I don't think I'm attacking with the Firja here. I'll just let that be. Deals me 1. Opponent has to use my 1. I can attack back with the Firja, and I think I'll just block like this. Opponent is probably using the double strike thingy. Yeah, I expected that. That's fine. That toucher dies. Opponent has a 6/6. Die. Time. Attacking with the Firja here. Playing the Shadow Sage. Like, I have to find an answer to the record. I already used shadows. That much, and you can also see playing the Shadow Sage dealing 5 damage. 5 damage with the Shades. Chum blocking. Getting the Sage back. 6. Can also hold off on this. I can definitely hold off on it. Get a draw from the yeah. I have so many. 8. This would. I want to raise the Draugr is nice with. Should have taken a screenshot of the deck because I'm not entirely sure whether I want to. So 6, 17. I think I want. Sure. So I would have gained 2 exchange. Nice. Now we're getting somewhere. Now we're getting. This does makes my opponent lose 6 each turn. Sacrifice a non. That is going to add up rather quickly. This is. Oh, I can't play that. Oh, that was a mistake. Okay, okay. I cannot resolve that card, right? So I think it would always better to take the turn. That was. I need a green. That's. I have a couple in my deck though. I have 3 green sources. I have 13 cards left in the deck, so it's quite likely. There we go. Okay, okay. Oh, double spelling here. Go. Pay 1. Braggart. Card. Trigger. Get a pump. And wow, wow, wow. I need to stop double spelling. 12. This is dealing 3. Opponent has to double block. Killing at least 1 creep. Basically trading 1 for 1. I think that's worth. Yeah, that's good. Happy taking a trade. I get that, but I have to deal. And at least speed up the helm so I can equip it somewhere else. Okay, there's the elf back from the grave. What am I getting? Disciple? Card their last card. Like that. Get the disciple. Make sure I don't double spell. Okay, there goes the spell, so I'm not double spelling this. So I'm gonna give something faithful. And I can battlefield raptor and gain some. That's it. Also attack with one of the berserk. Or manage it. Those is get a 2. Can also attack with the Firja. 6. Kill a fire. Able to. Up. Gain some life. Maybe should have hold it back. Next clock. Okay, opponent taking the base. So basically, the whole idea is that I'm winning by out of cards, but I think I am. Counter on elf now. Getting sick. Okay, an opponent. Okay. Okay, so a lot of flyers, so I'm handle. Every your handle goes. M4 goes. That could defeat us all together. Also could shadow and go. Sixteen, 17 lands. They're basically 5 drop. I think I like this. Can't see the Raven. My pick. Extra flyers. Flyers, right? An elf. Yeah. Skull rate. If I'm on the play, skull rate is pretty high. Nah, it's the same. I like it. Play Jasper over some. Jasper. Yeah, so the reason I included the Jasper there is because he blocks the two uncom my opponent. Nice. Sketchy. Opponent took a mulligan, but it makes the disciple very good, so the disciple on very good. Ooh, but yeah, so I'm not sure. That was a mistake. Not sure why I thought I would be on play. Opponent took play again, so I'm back on the draw, so 17 land. Hey, I have an open, so quite hard to get screwed. Okay, no green lands is tough. My opponent card here. Opponent has very little information right now, so starting card. Okay, dispelling the cleric. Played earlier. Double spell. Yeah, nice double spell turn. Taking two. Okay, pretty sweet. Allows me to spell this next turn. Block and try to trade off one here. Yeah, so if it attacks here, double block, trade off one, and I'll be able to get that back with Herald. Herald. Back. Disciple. Yep, there's another of your cards. I will attack here. Next turn I have two. Now it's up to. Okay, so now it's up to higher space. question comes next turn. So I need more elves. Elves. I want elves that are able to attack. I'll play Shadow Sage. Gain 3 here. Far ahead. The only thing I need is life points. Okay. That touch, that's action. Spin. Down to 10. I can make her and a have exactly 10, so start back creep. Yeah. So this is 10. Opponent needs to leave a border back right now. I have Feed the Serpent, so okay, so to keep the toughness back here. Yeah, I won this game. Trading here. How opponent ever get back for this? Playing a menace 4/4 might seal the Doomscar. Let's go. Nope. Scar. Yeah, so clean 2-1. Really nice deck. Black was very open this draft. And got to make that. Unfortunate that we yeah, that we got screwed a bit in match 2, making this a draft that we were able to trophy. Bad result. I do one more. I'll do one more. Well, at the same time, no, I'm not doing more. I can sleep downstairs, get some sleep. I hope you enjoyed. I'll put this up on YouTube. If you watch this over YouTube, I hope you enjoy it well. Make sure to subscribe to the channel, but especially Twitter, especially if Twitch would be much appreciated. So yeah, thanks a lot and enjoy. Bye.